Are you a pro wrestling fan? Then odds are at some point in your life, you were a backyard wrestler. In this new series, I'm going to take you through how we came from this to this. It's a long story, covering nearly 2 decades. But if you're a nostalgic person missing the backyard days of yesteryear and a simpler time of the 90s and early 2000s, this is the story for you. This is Backyard Wrestling Cinema. Welcome to Backyard Wrestling Cinema Season 5, Episode 12. Last week we were riding on a high that eventually came to a crash. Mr. Benjamins had just won the world title in a feel-good moment, but soon after we found out people were leaving, moving away, joining the Navy, going off to college, and we were going to be forced to leave our location where we had done all our shows for the last several years. Last week, Slug had also returned, and this week he took on TLD in a suntan lotion on a pole match. Let me just repeat that. That is a suntan lotion on a pole match, and this is part of their Best of 7 series. And don't worry about that, because I don't think we'll make it to 7. I don't even think we get to the second match, but maybe I'm wrong here. During this one, the pole falls down several times, and ultimately Slug gets the win.
I bet it wasn't Slug. The goal! He nailed the goal! 1, 2, 3!
The owner, TJ Money, introduced our brand new tag team titles.
Of the B4W, I'd like to present to you the brand new B4W tag team titles.
And a tournament was created. It'd be an 8-team tournament with the winners becoming the tag team champions. Funny story about those tag titles. I actually didn't go to my high school prom with my girlfriend at the time because I wanted to save up to buy tag titles. So you're welcome for that. Mac and Cheese, which is myself and Tommy Thunder, beat The Fly just in time and the Fly Girl of the first round of the tag team title tournament. We go backstage, and Christian Greed has a legal letter to get his bird back. Now, I'm not talking about an actual bird. This was a walking stick that he treated like an actual human who gave him advice and he listened to, and it was a whole thing. It had been stolen by Hellspawn. Rico DMF convinces Bobby Bo that they also needed to get the bird back. TJ Money and Christian Greed walk up to Hellspawn and retrieve the bird, and Christian Greed is so excited he runs right to Tommy Thunder, who is off with the ladies in his dressing room. He knocks on the door to show him the bird.
I can't believe I finally got you back. Oh, I can't believe I got it back. Finally. I gotta tell the guy. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yoink! It's gone. What? I had it. You had what? I had it. I had the bird. It just disappeared. It's gone. My bird is gone. Well, I was having it too. Do you see the sign? Tommy Thunder, girls only. What do you want? But it's the bird. I had the bird. I don't care. I had it back, and it's gone.
And the bird is stolen once again. LA Vin makes his B4W return in a losing effort to Joe D of Misery, who is on a complete winning streak right now, as he heads into our live show to take on Homeboy Joe Slice for the United States title.
Joey versus... Oh, he got some... Vin versus... Is that gonna call for the end? Is he 1, 2, 3? It's over.
The Masters of Disaster asked Joe D about joining their group once again, and he says no, for now. Christian Greed and Homeboy Joe Slice take on the Masters of Disaster, and this was part of the tag team title tournament, but this one ends in a double countout.
Christian Greed getting the rope.
Backstage, Tommy Thunder pranks TJ Money, putting a sign on his back, believing that TJ Money was the one who shaved his head last week. Rico versus TJ Money is up next. Rico turns into Criminal Cage. Bobby Bo comes out at a certain point and distracts TJ Money, and Tommy Thunder comes out and blinds TJ Money with the blue mist, which was Gatorade, as payback for shaving his head last week. Rico gets the win. Backstage, TJ Money is irate that Tommy Thunder just cost him the match. They have heated words about their ongoing prank war, where TJ tells him he had nothing to do with Tommy Thunder getting his head shaved.
TJ, what's up, man? It's a good prank I pulled on you for. You know, last week you shaved my head. This week, put a little sign on your back. Come on, man. It's all in good fun, right?
Mumbles loses to Cobain, and weeks ago, Mumbles was supposed to win the world title, so this is a complete downfall for Mumbles as we're trying to build up Cobain and build interest in what will be a battle royal to bring back the hardcore title at the live show.
He's calling for it. He's turning up the gauge. He's gauging it. Oh, he goes long. Get him. 1, 2, 3.
Backstage, Mary Jane Time is giving a massage to the world champion, Mr. Benjamins. I sneak in and start giving him a massage. And the angle is that he couldn't tell if I was obsessed with him or with getting the belt back. And the idea was that maybe I couldn't tell either. The Old School Alliance comes out next for commentary. I'm out there to watch Mr. Benjamins and keep an eye on my belt. Tommy Thunder's out there to keep an eye on TJ Money. And Christian Greed just wants his damn stick back. Now, years before Cody Rhodes would put out his list of his dream opponents, Mr. Benjamins did this. He gave me a list of the guys he wanted to work before he moved away to Florida. Like I said, moving to Florida when you're 17, 18 years old is moving to another country, basically. Especially since we were in New Jersey, that's a 16-hour drive that none of us were making at that age. Knowing he was leaving, he gave me this list of people he wanted to wrestle. I didn't agree with most of them, but I tried my best to make it happen. And this was one of them, Bobby Bowe versus Mr. Benjamins for the world title. Despite interference from the outside, Mr. Benjamins retains.
Oh, I hope he gets. Oh, no! Damn it! Oh, wait! Get out of there! The Benjamizer.
Damn
Got it. The Benjamizer. Done, cold, stone.
Damn it! And afterwards, TJ Money and Tommy Thunder continue their prank war. Christian Greed tries his damnedest to get the bird back, as I try to steal my belt back before getting a Benjamizer to end off the show. We were in the middle of the greatest summer of our lives. We were having parties like once a week, always hanging out, putting the show together, doing vignettes at public access, and everyone was doing their best work. And the shows were getting better and better every single week. As we headed into our first ever live show, the biggest show of our lives, we tried our best to ignore that black cloud that was hanging over our heads. And that black cloud was losing half a dozen of our friends to the Navy or Florida or college. And we also had no backup plan and had to leave Rico's backyard immediately following the live show. We were running out of time, but we'll talk about that next week and so much more right here on Backyard Wrestling Cinema.
Top, baby, quickly! Oh, yes! He's gonna raise his head! Oh! I'm gonna be out of here. Take down! Oh! Fatal Fury! Like... Hey. Oh, Blockbuster! Hey, look at that!